second spot in the West from the LeBron-less Lakers. And life without the kid last night didn't go so great. So Luka Doncic on the floor, LeBron in street clothes. Luka here with the drive, in traffic and the finish. Lakers up 6 early. Few possessions later, Luka look ahead to Dalton Connect on the layup.
Dalton Connect looking just like LeBron, right?
Yeah, just like him.
A little bit.
You know what? There may be a highlight that Dalton Connect looks a little more like LeBron in a second. Here's Luka.
How do you do that?
I have no idea. Yeah. Goodwin with the 3 in the corner.
Magic.
And here's Dalton Connect looking like LeBron, but with the hammer.
By the way, Luka helped make that possible with a great touch pass, too.
Yeah.
Not to take away from the jam.
In the fourth quarter, though, Cam Johnson finds D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo's revenge.
Yeah, the Lakers have seen that before.
And then Cam Johnson with the pull-up.
Singling out Luka in the fourth.
Yep.
We're going to see a lot of that in the playoffs.
Although Luka and the Lakers weren't done, Austin Reeves from way downtown.
He called Bank.
Unfortunately, that was one of the only shots he hit.
Yeah.
On that.
Bank was open late. Luka from the logo. And this one's not over yet. 10 seconds to go. 2-point ball game. 3-point ball game here. Cam misses the free throw. Luka with the heave.
Hits the scoreboard.
Yeah, well short.
Did it really?
It hit the scoreboard.
I didn't know that.
Well short. All right, so 3-point win for Brooklyn. Here's JJ after the game.
I think it was just an overall mentality just to take shortcuts tonight. We just wanted to take shortcuts. Too many. Yeah, they scored 20 points on us gambling. They had 16 offensive rebounds. We ball watched all night. We said no dare shots. I'll go through it. They probably made 6, 7 uncontested threes. Just shortcuts. You want to be a good team, you want to win in the NBA, you got to do the hard stuff. We couldn't even pass to each other. We couldn't enter our offense. Running ball screens literally at half court. Yeah, that's going to end up in a turnover. I don't know what we're doing.
He didn't seem thrilled after that one. All right, the Lakers have a brutal stretch upcoming with 6 games in 8 nights, and their quality of opponent is backloaded. The Lakers' remaining strength of schedule is the 4th toughest down the stretch of the season. So, Brian, as good as the Lakers have looked here during the past 2 months, the injury to LeBron could derail things a little bit here. What's the most important thing here without LeBron on the floor?
Well, they're about to play, as you mentioned, back-to-back-to-back, back-to-backs.
Say that again?
That's a mouthful.
Back-to-back, day off, back-to-back, day off, back-to-back, which is why this game they needed to win.
Yeah.
Which made this a bad loss. They had 3 starters out. Absolutely true.
Yep.
But if they were going to lose, you wanted to lose to the Nets playing brilliantly. They lost because they played sloppily. So they're going to take some losses here. Even if LeBron was healthy, he probably would have sat out some of these games, and they might have lost them. Maybe they'll win them. The 5 and 7 days are all at home next week. They're great at home. Maybe they will, get some games that maybe they won't. So as a result, the reason I think JJ is taking this note to call his team out, first off, before these last 2 games, they'd won 20 of 25. It's not an opportunity for the coach to really correct the players much. So I think part of that's the other thing is that JJ knows they need to be precise. They can't have much of a margin for error during this stretch.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I'm not going to panic so much that we're going to lose a bunch of these games. Yeah. If I'm the Lakers in the short term, what I'm doing here is a little bit of schedule watching, a little bit of standings watching here. What I want to do coming out of this, I don't want to be playing Golden State in the first round. I don't want to be in a position to play the Nuggets early. I'm looking at Memphis. I'm looking at Houston. Yep. If I can position myself where I have a first-round matchup against one of those teams, I'm going to feel like I can beat them, especially if I can buy some time for LeBron to come back healthy.
I would agree with you. Ramona, do you agree that it is matchup dependent in the Western Conference, particularly for the Lakers?
I mean, it shouldn't be. You have 2 of the best players in the world on your team, and they should be able to play through them and against anyone. But I think this is an opportunity right now for Luka to make it his team. I felt watching that game, Austin Reeves is kind of the guy who's been there, who should have been organizing everything. He had a horrible shooting night in his own words. He said, I played pretty terribly. But this is a moment where Luka Doncic came from a situation where in a team that was built for him, around him, everything, he felt comfortable. And he hasn't looked as comfortable. I thought he was getting there, but in this game without LeBron, it made me realize, this isn't his team yet. He has not fit in where they wanted him.
Yeah, I think, look, it's a big deal, right? Like, he got moved. It certainly was something that caught him off guard. And I still think he's dealing with some of that perhaps, too, on top of the physical stuff.
Well, also,
and
he
chemistry
fit in
stuff.
because LeBron is so good at putting him in that spot.
Yeah.
But this is their first game without LeBron.
So he's got out between Jokic and SGA, went down last night in their second game of a back-to-back. There's Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First quarter, Thunder trail by 4. SGA on the drive here. Gets past Russ, hooping the harm. Thunder. This time, Jalen Williams on the drive takes a spill here. Hurts his hip, stays in the game for the end of the first half, but did not return after halftime, guys.
That looked like a nasty fall.
They missed him, too.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Under 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Shai going to work again. Slips right past Jokic. Count the basket and the foul. End of the third, early in the third. Nuggets trail by 5. Jamal Murray going to work.
Not the look away.
Look at that.
That's Steph Curry, like.
He knew.
I know. I'm just going to run back. He didn't even hold his hand up.
Late in the third. More Murray. This time he finds Jokic. Brian, can you leave this man this wide open?
I wouldn't advise it.
Well, he buries the 3. Ties the game. 2 minutes into the fourth. Nuggets leading by 5. Murray. I mean, this man was a flamethrower. NBA Jams would say, he's on fire!
All right, Marv.
You didn't play the video game, Ramona?
I did.
Look at this give-and-go action. Great ball movement there for Denver. And then Jokic is going to close this thing out with the dagger here over Caruso.
They made about every shot they took in the fourth quarter, in case you were wondering.
140 to 127, our final score. And look at this.
Wow.
12-1 is their record on the second night of a back-to-back. Best of any team this season.
That's a Jokic stat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Brian, what did this Nuggets team prove last night?
Well, first off, Michael Malone kind of wanted Jokic to sit out of this game because he'd hurt his elbow on Sunday, and Jokic said, hell no. And
that's a quote, by the way.
Yeah, that's a terrific display from them. And look, I'm not going to overreact to the way they won this game because they did have their best shooting game since 1984 in this one. Down the stretch, they pretty much were untouchable in the fourth quarter. I think they went 7 of 8 on threes. And look, when their role players are hitting threes and Jokic and Murray are going, you're not going to beat them. This is the number 1 defense in the league. They put up 140 on them in their building. You give them credit for that. Not sure you're going to see that happen again, but absolutely a great bounce back. And that's something they've done all season. Look, they're trying to get the number 2 seed in the West. If they get it, it's because they were so good on the second night of back-to-backs. And that 12-1 stat should be on the front page of the Jokic MVP resume.
I mean, I thought Jamal Murray also in this game reminded us that he's Jamal Murray. I mean, he's been a slow starter for much of his career, the first half of the season, and people go, oh, where's Jamal Murray? How's he doing? This is where he is. He shows up now.